Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Job Dynamics. And today we're actually doing some mods to the Forester for a change, haven't we?
Yeah, basically we've got a 42mm aluminium radiator for the Forester and it fits-ish, doesn't fit.
To a degree.
To a good degree. It's for a Subaru. It's supposed to be for the Forester, but like with everything, we've got a weird ass car, so we need to modify the fan shrouds that are on the current car. They're not the best.
No, they could
but I'd rather just use them for the time being until we start doing other things where we can make a proper fan shroud and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for just the purposes of keeping it standard-ish for the time being, I know we're putting an aluminium, but we can make another one later date out of some nice, when everything opens up and I can actually get hold of things.
Yeah.
At the minute it's been an absolute struggle bus to get stuff, so but I basically want to modify that and put that on there for the time being. So just to keep some form of coolness to it, but at least then we've got a radiator on there. This one looks like it's going to blow out the bottom, but we'll show you the disassembly and show you what we're on about.
Well, it's in preparation for, in the future, more power and got to deal with the heat, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to make a nice fan shroud for it, but with some electric fans and whatnot, but
yeah.
I just can't get a hold of any at the moment. So
Well, that car's been hard to get parts off, full stop.
yeah,
Isn't it, really?
just make we do what we got for now. So we'll So, as you can see, we've got the old radiator here. Apparently this is out of a WRX STI, I don't know. But if you look here, Mike, you can see that
Yeah, that is... I won't say the F word.
yeah, it still works. I mean, these are the bits that carry the coolant, the little fins. These are just to help with the air. So when the air passes through it, they cool down, that cools the fins down. Typically our radiator works, but yeah, that's not really going to be doing its job anymore, so we need to replace it. So
We'll flip it over.
Yeah, rip it apart, and then well, I mean, I'm probably going to paint a few bits as well just to tie it up, so if I can get hold of paint. Right then, roll the time lapse. See it's supposed to be welded to it and sort of not anymore. I just need to be able to make and mock up the next radiator. So now, there goes to the scrap one. So the next thing is open this up, because I know a lot of people are going to say steel and aluminium, blah 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 blah. It's going to cause, you know, some form of issues. I agree. But
For the purpose of this.
yeah, I just need to see what we've got and how it goes together compared to the old radiator. See, like, you know, the drain plugs in a different spot, stuff like that. I'm just leaving this on so I don't damage it too much. But like, you know, obviously that's the other part there.
Yeah.
You know, the top hose is the bottom hose. Yeah. Obviously the drain's there. Everything's in the right place, but just nothing fits as of yet. And hence why we've got to build something to make it fit. Or try and find a more modern fan shroud. We'll see. But it's got to, you know, doing a bit of wiring is not a problem. I'll tell you how complicated it is. Power on earth. But yeah, this is the bottle side.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see our issue here. So one bolt's supposed to go there. shit. Gonna have to see. Done. No, it doesn't fit. It doesn't work.
So it's gonna have to be. What are we doing, Jay?
Can't physically make these work, so
Is that eBay?
it is eBay, mate. I'm buying the second part to this radiator. Thank you for your order.
See you in a couple of days, guys, when it turns up.
Yay. A couple of days?
Yeah.
No. Anyway, let's get on to the next part of the job. Don't come out, Mike, it's raining, but the next part is making this fit again. Because, yeah.
Well, removable, isn't it? Is the word you wanted?
Yeah. I want to make it more removable. But I need to weld some bits back into it, so that's the plan now, Stan. Next on the agenda is that obviously we need to weld some plates on there, you know, paint it so it's not rust anymore, do the opposite side to there. I'm going to weld a plate basically there like that, but I need to remove this first. This has been spot welded to it, so yeah, so I need to remove these, which obviously have snapped off. So I need to get these out first. So I'm going to try, I don't know whether to try the backwards tap first or go for trying to pull them through the opposite end with my special tool.
I say special tool, that sounds amazing.
It's not that special, but it's very vicious. I don't think it's going to fit. I need the smaller one. I think
Send it, Jay. Try it.
I can't. It physically won't go on it. It's too big. If this works as I think it should, I should have already one built and I don't have to destroy my nice new... Oh no. Remember. Backwards extraction. Oh, I nearly broke it.
Just like I broke. No.
So, I was trying to keep it as a bit of like a memorial because I fought with this for a very, very long time.
Well, the fact you've had to go to that extent says everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. It says off. Off means on. So I can put that back in there. Now let's try doing don't know what this is going to do. Let's... Either it's going to work or it's going to snap. Let's find out which one goes first. And I think it's actually going to be... No.
There's some cracking. Oh.
Come on, baby. Yay! A little bit of clean up, but it's not a problem. But yeah.
One more to go.
Right, the 2 bolts are out, and so the plates, because we don't need those, because we actually need to weld to those. Plus, we need to rivet them. So, for the rivets, if you can imagine this is going to be the car, the rivets are going to be there, but these are for the radiator support. But because I don't know where the new radiator supports are going to be, I can leave these holes blank. It's still going to be repainted, so is the engine bay part, obviously to prevent corrosion and whatnot. But now the process is we need to straighten all this out.
Yep.
So it looks half decent again. So let me grab some tools, we'll do that, and then we'll start cutting some metal for some plates. this one needs to go down. And now she is perfect.
We're good to go.
So now we've done the panel beating and we've done the straightening out of the other panel. We need to make the new plates. So I need to clean this plate first, because obviously I'm going to clean it before and after welding because the Sharpie won't like. Yeah, I'm just going to wipe all the grease off so I can make. I know I've got dirty hands as well, but don't worry about that. It's just to get some of the transporting grease off.
Again, with welding, you want a clean surface like the welder.
Yeah, I'll do it all afterwards, but I just don't want too many contaminants on it, so just wipe everything down. But now I've got a nice cleanish panel to start marking with. Don't worry about that rack, I can use it later. Remember to put your lid back on. So now, realistically, you want this to be as strong as possible. So we want it to be, I'm gonna go, this bit we can do, I need to C-section it, so I need to cut a plate out, I need to cut the plate out and then fold it in two so it makes a C. Yeah. Because that's the best chance it's got to be in as strong as possible. So you want to try and go about 2 inches over. So you want about a 4-inch panel from both sides. I know we've got enough room to do that on either side, so if I make a 4-inch panel basically, but then what you need to also measure is the width there. So we'll stick it in there. So what's that? That's around 4 centimeters. And then I'm assuming this is going to be about 1.5. Yeah. Don't matter about a bit of overhang anyway, because I can always trim that off afterwards. It doesn't matter, you're not really going to see it, to be fair. So, we want a 4-inch long, 4-inch. So we'll measure this out. So that's the width there. It's 4. So that's 1.
Yep.
And then the next one we want to measure is. So you want that at 4 that way. Best way to do it is to measure it on there, whip, so you get a consistent line like that.
Yep.
And then that's 4 inches there, so that's just the centre part, yeah?
Yep.
So now we need to measure. These are just rough workings out. There's easier ways of doing this. You can do cardboard, then trace out the cardboard. They call it CAD, cardboard aided design. But we need roughly also 2. So one's going to be 2 centimeters, and the other one's going to be about 1. So 1 and 2. So we've got the rough width there. So I'm just going to add 3 onto there. You may ask yourself, why is he doing it like that? But there is ways around this. I'm just getting the rough shape for now, and then I'm going to start marking out where the bends are and that afterwards. So I've got my rough shape.
Right angle.
Straight edge. Just so we can get that to go up on the right line. So it'll be about there. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit skew with. So now.
Yeah, this is literally a hidden part that's.
Yeah. So that is the shape size. So now we're going to go and get some more panel wipe and wipe out the middle bits. We need to add our 2 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other. So that's how we get around that. But just to get the rough size of the actual plate in straight away. Some people have done marked it off straight away, others don't.
It's whatever works for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course.
And this works for you, so.
Okay, the Sharpie's good. It don't matter. It's not going to affect it because that's just a marking. So I'm going to actually trace the full line. So we said we wanted 1 at 2. Again, so we just put it on the line like that. Mark, and then mark, and then pull that across. 1. Good. I said the Sharpie was good, but it weren't that good. That's why. So I was drawing on the ruler. And then we want the other one at 1. So about about there. Like I say, it's not the end of the world if you don't get it perfect. This is on a part that you're not really going to see, so for me, I'm not really concentrating too much on it. So that's one plate basically. One fold, two fold, and then that'll make the C-section for. Again, the way I'm going to fold it is not going to be nice and neat and tidy, so you know I haven't really got the stuff around to be doing proper sheet metal work, but I can do my best with what I got, which is half decent.
What?
Right, I'm going to get grinder anyway, and then we're going to cut. Next job, flappy disc. Basically, what we're going to do is just clean up the edges of everything so it can be welded. And then once I've just cleaned up these edges here, I'm just going to stop it so no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
And you don't want to touch it and cut your hand like I already have today. Another accident for another time. But yeah, so we just want to clean up all the edges wherever we can get to, or if you can't get to some places, there's a wire wheel that you can use on a drill just to get the rest of the paint off. You want it to try and be as clean as possible. Ideally you want to use gloves, so I'll just grab some just in case, because bits fling off or you slip, at least you've got some form of protection on your hands.
Just don't care about your eyes, that's all.
That's alright, I've got two eyes. You generally only blind yourself in one.
That's true.
Common statistic. It's alright. Safety squint. Nah, I know I should use it. I know I should.
You've been doing this long enough, haven't you, to be fair?
Of course. Always turn the drill off, the grinder off. I think what we're going to do is end up doing this side first. Yeah, what we're going to end up doing is this side first. So I'm just going to prepare this as best I can, and then maybe get the wire bit out. So I need to obviously fold that piece of metal, but I'm going to do it after I've prepped everything. So, yeah. That's all ready now for paint, so, well, welding, not paint.
Yep.
Painting's later, a couple of steps ahead. Right, now I need to fold the metal. So, easy enough. Get yourself a knockometer.
Not a claw hammer, Jay.
Not a claw hammer, Michael. Pinch it in the vise, roughly where it's going to be. So, as you can see. And then, let me get back to you in a second when I find one. Ta-da!
This is stuff you could do on your drive, guys, with a voice at home.
It's the cleanest way of doing it without having to leave too many imperfections from leaving a hammer in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can, because of the voice, but what you could end up doing is just putting something in there, but I'll just... That there is now the plate that goes into the... A little bit of clean up on it, nothing drastic. Yeah, now that's ready for putting in the C-section. Boom. So, yeah, obviously we have to fettle this a little bit more, but that's just where we've been messing around with it. So I'll get back to you when it's all flush and ready to go. Yeah, one thing that we failed to mention is that we are going to have to, because we're going to be welding at the back here and the back there. There's no real place, but I mean I could do a couple of tacks there, but it's not going to be strong enough. So as and when you're closing the bonnet repeatedly, it'll just end up pushing this down the sink. So to keep it as strong as possible, we're going to have to do some plug welds at the top to stop it from all the twist action from happening. So that's sort of like the next step. It's just sending some big ass holes through it. We're going to need some new drill bits. Right, so that's all done. Literally, if we wipe the metal down, I know we've already cleaned the surface and whatnot, but wipe it down and we'll get ready to get the welder set up, ready for some liquid ass. So, we've got the panel ready, prepped, ready to go. So now it's just time to fuse them together, Miko.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let the welding begin. Oh, my mask fell off. There we go. Sorry about the view, it's the first one, it's always awkward. That's it, first one done, boys. So now I'm going to go around beating the metal into submission to wherever I need it to go. So, but first tack is done. As you can see, we just plug welded the top. We can do all that off. I've overstepped over that mark. That doesn't matter because obviously we're going to re-drill that for the rivet anyway. But as you can see, we've got decent penetration. Yeah. So now I'm literally just going to start moulding this back panel to this back panel. Now the top is as flat as possible. It's nice and tight in there. I'm just going to do some tack welds. Basically just pinch them all back together and then tack weld them all the way along there, down the back, down up there. Don't have to go crazy, but ideally you do not want to touch this surface here because you want this to be able to be the bit that butts up correctly to the panel on the other side.
Yeah.
That's the shelf, so they don't both look legit. Let's legit now. That's it really, I don't need to go anything more wild than that. I don't need to like seam weld it or anything like that. It's literally just to hold something in place, so yeah, that'll do for that one. Right, so we're coming back for another day. We did this, and this, so now we need to offer it up. I don't know if this is already recorded or not, but we'll go from there. So you can see it sort of fits, but we need to clearance there. So the idea is I'm just going to cut along this line here just to give me enough room for the to fit. That's all I need to do. It's the only bit of clearance I need to do. So we'll get that done first, offer it up, and then I need to drill some holes. So then we're going to set up the grinder, I think. Obviously it's still attached to the to whatever.
Is it welded onto it?
Yeah, at the back here, but I just need a little bit of clearance, so just a little bit of work hardening just to break that off. No one's really going to get their fingers behind there, so I can always after just start trimming this bit up now, but I think I can get most of the clearance with just this bit here. In fact, do you know what I can do?
I'm going off.
that'll be a negative rain loss. I might just have to, because it needs need to work out how much I need, so don't need it to go that far back, so I can just lop.
Just there, so it's in line with that bit.
Yeah, I just need to whip that end off there. As long as I have enough to bolt in, which I have. Look at that. Perfect. So now, I just need to drill some holes. Side drill. Great little investment. So, we know roughly we've got to that line there, so I can get one in here, so that's what I shall do. And then I'll do another one here. I just need to mark the bottom anyway because I'm putting a rib nut in it, so as long as I go through the top. It's like cheap steel on here, isn't it? But yeah, we'll go for one about there, maybe about there. This is going to be painted. Got a rivet tool sayer, pretty inexpensive, probably about 16 quid. Just bought some of those. Just make sure that when you do them, they're fit. So they're pretty simple to use. Basically all we need to do is wind them on there, and then so they're nice and snug, so you've got the, put it in there and literally just squeeze like a pot rivet. Always a bit tight to start with, not the best one that you can get on the market, but it works. And then you just turn it in, squeeze, turn it in, squeeze. I ain't getting any more off that. So, and then when you've all said it and done, put it in thread. That's right. Yeah. And then basically you've now got a removable nut without having to put a weld aid. See how that's bent up on the panel there. So they're pretty inexpensive. They're easy to change when they go wrong. So yeah, that's how we're going to do that for the rest of them. Just so we get a good rough understanding of what this sort of looks like, and to sort of squish it back into place so I can meld the other metal to it so it looks good. I know I need to do a bit of clean up on this. I am going to do it before anybody calls me up. I'm just making sure that it fits. Obviously you're going to have to readjust the see, I'm trying to get these as tight as possible in the places that we've got. So. Screw this. I'm confident in my work. There you go. As strong as it was before. She doesn't look pretty, but I can always sort that out with some countersunk bolts and stuff in the future, but for the minute,
It's together.
it's together now. Oh, filming, sorry mate. So I was just testing me. Anyway, yeah, we're now going to do an aircon delete, so I need to start stripping that stuff. All these pipes got to come out, so as you can see up there as well, there's 2 pipes that go into the bay, so we need to pull all this out and just free it off, because we're not putting this back in because it won't go in with the new radiator system, so there's no point in having this ugly chunk of metal in there. So if anybody needs an aircon pump for an EJ20, hit me up, do you a good deal, bro. But yeah, let's pull it all off. Just need to go to there now. That bit there, where those two nuts are, so, but that's pipe's ready to come out now, and then it'll be disconnect that. They put clips on clips there, man. Make it easy, do they? Just we're gonna have to put a pipe on that as well, just to stop that from having any issues inside the cab for dampness and stuff like that. So, but I need to fish this out. There, look at it. It's just a lot of spinning and twizzling and. Yeah. Take one. Side ratchet, take one. And then pull it out. That should have enough room then. Just watch yourself. That's good.
I think you might be better off taking that one off as well.
Hey? No, I just need to unclip it. Just grab a tool for it. Yeah, I just need to cap these off afterwards. I can do it in a bit. I'll make some caps up for them. Oh god, it would, wouldn't it? I hate Subarus. If anybody's ever done one of those, you'll feel my pain. You really will. And Stuart's pain. It's this, man. How long would that take, do you reckon?
Half an hour?
And the rest? Probably about 45 minutes.
Maybe 45 minutes, yeah.
Just to undo one bolt. And we'll get back to you tomorrow when we need to take the rock up the gaskets off and do them, which I am really not looking forward to. Oh well. Right, see you tomorrow.
Hello.
Welcome back, guys, to day 3.
194.
Yeah, we're just gonna let you know, that's a nice cracking image there. We have got this far. I say we, Phil. And we're getting to the point where it's coming off slowly. We're leaking a little bit of oil, but we are getting there. I'm just going to show you sort of the process of what we're going to do today, on and off.
There's one. Seals it's been changed before.
Badly, probably.
Yeah, it's got loads of sealant over it.
Well, you don't need it.
Do just round these corners just to make them seat, but it's gone hard and brittle.
Okay, cool. We'll go and grab a pack then. Back in a moment.
Yay!
As you can see, we've got our gasket set. So we were just looking inside the engine a second ago. And it looks pretty good in there, to be fair. I wish I could get the camera in more, but I can't. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks healthy. Well, start putting things back together, and we'll show you the process.
They're nice and crispy.
100% they were leaking then.
Yeah.
Well, you can just hear how crusty it is.
Yeah, this bottom edge is all nice and crispy. You got any cleaner?
Like what?
Anything just to clean.
U-bit there.
Be that then. Need a little tub. Just as open.
in the orange bucket we go.
Yeah. No, just so I can give everything nice clean before it goes back on.
Frickin' cameraman's here with his transit.
Transit Mondeo.
Dun. Face reveal at 1,000 Scum subscribers.
Put a little bit of sealant in there, just hold the gaskets one up. Try and feed it into the position.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Are you
Hello.
okay down there?
I'm okay.
Are you okay? Hello?
Just a bit tired.
There's no time to be laying around now, mate. The engine's exposed to the elements.
It's alright.
Phil.
What you doing?
What you doing?
I knew that one was coming.
That's a new gimmick on the channel.
Yeah.
Stu,
What you doing? I'm filming you.
is the kettle broke?
I don't know, but I've got my hands full with camera, so I can't.
How's that rug?
That's got to go on.
Is that Luke doing you a good deal, is it?
Yeah, good deal. 750 quid a week for the rest of my life.
For a 10 mil.
I need a sponsor.
I found your hammer.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know your dead blow one that I used last?
Yeah.
It's still underneath the car.
Is it? I wonder where it went.
I just noticed it.
What's it hanging out of?
No, it's just on the floor.
I've only been missing it for the last, what, 8 weeks?
No, it wasn't that long.
3.
Well, it's took me 6 weeks to order parts.
No, it was, I used it when I done cam belt when I thought the fuel pump was sick.
Oh, yeah.
Your magical one.
Yeah, so self-adjusting.
After I put it down and picked it back up, it come out. Yeah, this is the one that's been leaking, look.
It's fucked.
You can see where someone's...
Reuse the same seal and just welded loads of... Don't throw it there!
It's alright, mate. Don't worry about it.
And just thrown loads and loads of sealant at it, which doesn't work.
So it has been done before?
This side.
Instead of just changing it, a £7 gasket kit.
Probably used £8 worth of sealant on it.
And the rest.
Yeah.
You didn't even use the good stuff either. That Victorens.
Is that
You can feel.
is that
You
the
can feel how
German
hard that
UK
is.
stuff?
It's the German UK stuff.
Phil,
What you doing?
what you doing?
Making sure all the old silicone and old bits of gaskets are off. And it's all by feel because I can't see.
The inside of the engine looks mint though. It looks like it's been
Get off
looked
my
after.
bulb patches.
I'm just looking at you concentrating.
I can't see. You got a mirror?
Yeah.
I don't want to look at it.
He wants to see his bulb
I
patches.
got mirrors for you to use to. I wish I had a wash bin thing.
Bit of this in. Jason's actually cleaned this one for a change. He actually got his hands dirty. I know.
You're gonna give me a bad rep, you are, mate. And that's all I'm gonna say about the situation.
You do work. Got it raining, Joe.
Yeah, I think we better get this done ASAP. Let's have a look at the clouds quickly. Yeah, they're not looking too healthy at the moment, so we'll get these in.
Get the cover on. Or at least try.
And then I think what we'll do is we'll end it from there, I think, and then I'll carry on with it on the next episode.
Whereas if it does sound for you, just dead.
I don't think I'll be dead, I'll just be unhappy. Because then it's a lot of money and a lot of time that's been... To be fair, these are supposed to be thunderstorms that are coming now.
Yep. They're meant to be here at 2 o'clock. Everything's fucking miles away.
Well, according to the forecast, we weren't meant to have any. Meant to be dry this week.
It's meant to be heat waves by the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hiya.
I didn't see you there. That was a bit hard work today. Get it up. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore.
I think that's just your age, mate. I think, Stu, because of weather and I think I'm just gonna. So as you can see, we've done all the. Well, we've done all the gaskets now. The only thing left to do is when it turns up is obviously radiator, shroud, do the wiring, and I'm just going to leave this now just to set, and then I'm going to put everything back on at a later date. So I'll probably wait until the fan shroud turns up and do it all in one go, or start putting this back together at a later date. I think this episode's getting a bit long now. It's like what, 3 days in?
3, 4.
It's all couple of hour intervals. So just as and when, and it's starting to spit. So I think I'm going to do the old. Bye! Yeah. You know what you need to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Put a like for Phil. Put a like for Stu. 1,000 subscribers will reveal his face.
The camera was down a bit, Stu.
Yeah, just
But yeah. Hope you have a good evening, and we'll see you in the next episode.